No vote, no opinion. In the United States, you can pretty much vote for who you want to be president if you are 18 years or older and a US citizen. People don't realize how great this is. In some countries, power is passed on to relatives, and the people don't get any say in who the leader of the country should be. However, a lot of people in the United States, especially young people, do not vote. There are many reasons why people don't vote. Firstly, they don't believe their vote matters. The truth is, everyone's vote matters. Secondly, they don't think that anything will change if they vote. Although, it's hard to see big changes right away, the presidential candidate you vote for affects many policies. Thirdly, people are lazy to go out of their house to vote. This is the worst excuse. People need to realize that voting is a privilege. Imagine if we couldn't vote. We would feel out of the loop. We would feel that our opinion doesn't matter. If you don't vote for a candidate, then you have no right to complain about the president who will be elected. Body image problems. It was summertime. Everyone was going to the beach because it was too hot in the city. Ellen and Catherine wanted to go to the beach, but their friend Macy did not want to go to the beach. It wasn't that she didn't like the breeze or the sand. In fact, she loved the beach. She just did not like that she would have to wear a bathing suit. She felt uncomfortable showing a lot of skin, because she was a little bit overweight. Ellen and Catherine reassured her that she looked fine. "Why don't you just wear a one-piece swimsuit?" Ellen said. "Because it still sticks to my skin and makes my tummy bulge," Macy said. Ellen and Catherine felt bad that Macy felt insecure about her body. They told Macy that a lot of people at the beach were not in the best shape, and nobody would even pay attention to her. Ellen and Catherine made a list of fun things to do at the beach and gave it to Macy to try to convince her to go. "You don't even have to wear a bathing suit if you don't want to. You can just walk around the beach," Catherine said. Macy decided that her friends were right, and drove herself and her friends to the beach. Celebrity idol. Elliot was a huge fan of The Cooker. The Cooker was a rapper who was known for his deep voice and super fast rapping. The Cooker's real name was Theodore Cook. Elliot had tickets to his sold-out concert in San Francisco. It was the first time he would see him in person. He also had backstage tickets so he could talk to him. Elliot drove to San Francisco with some friends to see The Cooker. They had pretty good seats. They could see his sweat. The Cooker was great live. His voice sounded the same as it did on the radio. Some singers can't sing live. The Cooker wasn't one of them. Elliot waved his hands up in the air. He closed his eyes and listened to the music. After the concert, Elliot and his friends went backstage. Elliot was so excited that he screamed when he saw The Cooker. The Cooker closed his ears. Elliot ran up to him. "I am your biggest fan. Can I have an autograph and a picture?" Elliot asked. The Cooker rolled his eyes. "Sure, I guess." Elliot noticed that the Cooker was annoyed. "You know what, forget it. I don't want a jerk's autograph," Elliot said. He realized that some celebrities were just mean. Food from outside. Vicky works at 11 Men, a cafe that serves coffee and pastries. She does not really like her job, but it gets the bills paid. One of the rules at the cafe is not to bring food from other restaurants into the cafe. Vicky greeted one of the customers. She noticed that the customer had something from Panda Express. However, Vicky didn't say anything because she didn't think it was a big deal. Vicky's boss, Angelica, called her over. "Vicky, you need to tell her about our rule about food from other places," she said. Vicky nodded and went over to the customer. "Hi, I'm sorry, but you cannot have food from other restaurants here," Vicky said. but it's not like I'm not ordering from you guys. I just want something to drink with my meal," the customer said. "You can come in after you finish your food." "I'm sorry, I don't make the rules," Vicky said. The customer was furious. He got up and knocked the table and chairs down. "This is a terrible cafe," he said. All the other customers and employees stared at him. The angry customer left and wrote an angry review on the cafe. The owners of 11 Men decided to change the rule so that people could bring in food from other places if they still buy something from them. A scary story for the night. Steve was a counselor at Camp Lafton. His job was to take care of the kids at night, teach them how to swim, and make sure they weren't getting into trouble. At night, the kids kept talking. They were supposed to be quiet an hour ago. Steve had a hard time stopping them from talking. He was getting tired of telling them to be quiet. Steve had an idea. "Hey, do you guys want to hear a scary story about this cabin?" he asked. They got excited and started jumping up and down. "Okay, I will tell it. You have to be quiet, so you can hear me though," Steve said. The kids nodded. The story was an old camp legend. It was about the twins who lived in the same cabin as they did. One of the twins mysteriously fainted while the other one fell through the hole of the floor and was never to be seen again. The twin who fainted was in a coma. When Steve finished the story, the kids were scared. They couldn't sleep and some of the kids even cried. The kids were definitely quiet though. He didn't think they would get that scared.